Assalamualaikum and hi to Madam Surya. Today, our group will present about audit and non-audit work. This is our group members. Ainur Fakihah Ain, Azra Nurina, Nur Fazira, Alia Shaza, Nur Iza and Siti Nurjana.
Hi, my name is Nur Fazira. My job scope during the internship is now related to audit work. During my internship, I was in charge to Zoho Books accounting system. Zoho Book is the system where it assists a company in keeping financial records. It makes cash management, both account payable and receivable, bank reconciliation, and financial statement generation faster and easier. Zoho Book seems familiar to me since I have learned this kind of system during Part 6 in subject I-655. It is such a bonus for me to practice this system in daily life during my internship. Due to that, I have mastered the accounting system applied, where I was able to create new customers, issue quotation, invoices, purchase orders, payment vouchers, attach delivery orders, and record expenses effectively. Other than that, I also learned how to record and eradicate staff salaries on the Maybank application. I have the opportunity to handle KWSP, SOSO, and HRDF on its websites. And I also get to know how to calculate them precisely. The amount credited must be in line with the salary summary prepared by the HR. Therefore, it is my obligation to double-check each amount before keying the data to avoid errors. In addition, I also have to deal with clients and suppliers. I was assigned to manage documents such as delivery orders and purchase orders. Generally, when the email of inquiry is received, I need to prepare the quotation requested by the clients. The subject that I took during semester 5, which is English for Business, has made it easier for me to engage with my internship, whereas I was able to interact with clients through emails using the knowledge I have learned. Furthermore, I was also involved in financing, such as issuing invoices, recording payments and expenses, and preparing purchase orders. I am also assigned to submit client quotations, invoices, and delivery orders for their payment purposes. Last but not least, I have been one of the authorized persons that handled the business tender. I was given the authority to access the vendor website of Sapura Energy Berhad. I was in charge of accepting and declining the tender based on the manager's instructions. I used to submit the price commercial proposal and a price technical proposal on the website, which are firstly created in Zoho Books.
Assalamualaikum and hi, my name is Siti Nurjana binti Sairi. So during my internship, I did a non-audit work. My job scope basically is to prepare payments to clients, prepare daily cash flow projection, liaising with banks and other departments, updating information to Bursa or Securities Commission, as well as other daily and monthly accounting entries. I was introduced to a software named Islamic Trade Settlement System, iTradeSS. It is a computerized accounting package mainly used to maintain the company's general accounts. Most of the time, I use iTradeSS to perform the tasks assigned to me. Every morning, I printed various reports from iTradeSS and iTradeSS archive. I check each report to ensure the accuracy of the accounting entries that have been posted from the previous working day. Then, the reports were used as references to update the department's dashboard. The dashboard contains useful data keyed in by me in Microsoft Excel, and it provides information such as gross brokerage for institutional dealing, retail dealing and remiser, income statement, balance sheet, Sharia advisory fee, and capital adequacy requirement ratio of the company. I prepared a payment that was only related to the client. I received a payment request listing from the operations clerk. A mode of payment for each client was ensured by me before proceeding to prepare the payment. The mode of payment such as computer-generated check, telegraphic transfer or online banking. When it was confirmed, the daily payment register was printed. After that, a payment voucher was issued. For payment through telegraphic transfer, an application for remittance form was prepared to instruct Maybank, the company's bank, to transfer the funds and hand it over to authorized signatories. Later, the form was faxed to the bank. I need to call the Maybank to make sure that they receive the remittance form and confirm every detail in the form with them. I also was introduced to the automated risk management and decision-making analysis, Armada system. It is a system that has been used to send the CAR ratio of the company to the exchange. I also experienced preparing the daily cash flow projection to show a complete indication of the company's inflow and outflow, such as inflow from the institutional or income from the maturity of investment. I issued a debit note to charge the client who requests to make payment to bank account other than Bank Islam, which is using interbank gyro, which is IBG, and check. I also prepare bank reconciliation to ensure the accuracy of the entries in the company's cash book records with the bank statement prepared by the bank, which is the company's current account. If there is outstanding amount, I need to inform credit control department so that they will aware and take further action. That's all from me. I will pass to the next presenter.
Assalamualaikum and hi, my name is Ainul Fakir Abidi Senan. So today I want to explain about when I was intern in Azuri & Co. One of my job scope is accounting. This firm uses UBS accounting system in order to complete their transaction on the accounting work. The first thing first, I need to ensure that all the related documents that are needed to prepare an accounting for the client company is complete document, such as invoice, payment voucher, official receipt, bank statement, in order to avoid any miskey or unrecorded transaction for the company. Before I start to record the transaction for the company, I have to set up the general information for the company, such as company name, company address, and accounting period for the current year. After that, I start to prepare the code for each accounting items, such as fixed asset, current liabilities, non-current liabilities, equities, revenue, and other operating expenses. Then I organize the batch, for example, sales in batch number 1, so that easy to record transaction using the batch and keep away from wrongly recorded transactions. Last but not least, after done preparing an accounting for the company, I must send the financial statement to the director of the company to discuss whether they satisfied with the profit and loss of the company and whether need adjustment or not for the account statement.
Assalamualaikum, my name is Azra Nurina. Based on the company that we're doing the auditing work, we will prepare the file for working paper purpose based on Microsoft Excel. The file that we should prepare is according to their nature, such as existing client, new client, and whether the client in first year incorporate. For the new client and first year incorporate, we need to prepare additional permanent file, while the existing client only need to prepare corresponding file. For reference purpose, we need to obtain the previous year's corresponding file and permanent file for existing client from previous staff in charge. From the soft copy of the audit working paper, we then transfer the last year figure and update the current year figure according to client management accounts. From the higher amount between the revenue and total asset, we need to calculate the audit fee imposed to the client. This is step audit planning. The first step is requesting a document because it's important to be informed with all the changes that happen in the company during the financial year. The second step is review and casting that involves the review and recalculation of management if there any error or mistreatment of entry. This working will be divided into a few list sheets which have their own audit index. The third step is cross-reference to refer certain sources or documents as evidence for transaction including in working paper. To ensure the amount of cash in bank stated in the management account provided by the accountant, we have to compare the ending balance in bank statement for current financial year and with the amount stated in balance sheet. The next step is vouching. It's very essential in auditing to ensure all the entry in management account is recorded correctly. It can help us to discover if there any fraud and misconduct occurring within the company. The fifth step is sending the end obtained audit confirmation to the client. This confirmation is very important as it is useful as audit evidence and confirmation received directly by the auditor. Lastly, drafting report to show wrongly to the client on how their financial statement after the auditing process is going to be. If the client have agreed with the content in the draft and have made a full payment for the audit fee, we will proceed with the final report.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Alushaza binti Khalid and now I'm going to present on my audit work during my internship. So last semester, I did my internship at Kinematic Business Management Sdn Bhd. So my task is mostly to do accounting, but I also did some auditing. So the tools that we use as for auditing, KBM does not adopt any software yet. So all audit work will be performed using Microsoft Excel. And then next for the steps in audit planning, first we will request all supporting documents needed from a client, both in form of hard copy and soft copy. And then after that, I did vouching, where I would review the supporting documents such as sales invoice, purchase invoice, bank statements, and etc. Whether it supports the accounting records such as ledger, whether it is sufficient. And then after that, I will perform statutory audit, where I will list down client companies' information such as their nature of business, either profit or non-profit organization, their activities, and then whether they active or domain, and others. And then after that, I will proceed with the audit working. And then for the materiality setting, actually I am not sure the specific one, but I remember that I was only told by a staff that it is according to the auditor's own judgment. That's all from me. Thank you.
Now I'm going to explain the next audit work, which is taxation. For taxation, we need to use Microsoft Excel to prepare the management account to be presented to the client by spooling the relevant requirement from the system, such as trial balance, statement of profit or loss annually and monthly, statement of financial position, all ledger, and so on. In addition, we must complete the fixed asset register, accrual and payable table, payroll summary, and prepayment table. To calculate the tax expense for the client, we must prepare Schedule A, which calculate the statutory profit, as well as the capital allowance schedule for fixed asset, tax declaration, and Section 4C by referring to the tax relief and individual tax rate. There is a full summary of procedure computation of taxation for the company. First one, we need to record the net profit or loss from the system. The second one, we need to list down all the non-allowable expense, which must be 1/3 add back from the non-allowable expense. Thirdly, we need to deduct the capital allowance and relief. And lastly, calculate the tax payable for the company based on tax table.
That's all from us. Thank you.